Presented by Best Buy.
Today's opening tip, Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are joining forces to start a NASCAR team with Bubba Wallace as the driver. Bubba, the only black driver at NASCAR's top level, and Hamlin was the first NASCAR driver to be endorsed by Jordan brand. Vince, how cool is this?
I mean, it's cool. It's just brand Jordan expanding yet into another sport. So, I mean, once again, so I think it's great. I'm sure there's some folks who won't like it, but MJ being MJ and Bubba Wallace doing what he's been doing, I like it.
Yeah, just a couple of country boys. Hey, don't forget, MJ is a country boy. North Carolina, that is him at his heart. So I'm not surprised that he's entering into racing.
Absolutely. Bubba Wallace has been very popular in my family for, I think, the last 6 or 7 years. So I know that there was a lot of excitement when this announcement came out yesterday. Welcome, guys, to The Jump. We are coming to you live from the Advent Health Arena, located on ESPN's Wide World of Sports campus at Walt Disney's World Resort in Florida, site of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. I'm Rachel Nichols, alongside NBA champ Richard Jefferson and the future Hall of Famer, the legend, Mr. Vince Carter. Welcome, gentlemen. Coming up, we're going to talk about NBA Commissioner Adam Silver gave an interview to CNN that said his best guess for the start of next season is looking like January at this point. We will discuss the idea of that a little later in the show. But first, we begin with tonight's Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Going to happen right here on this court. Lakers-Nuggets. Lakers fans, of course, still buzzing over Anthony Davis's game-winning three. Pretty much no time left on the clock to win Game 2. Undoubtedly the biggest shot of AD's career so far. And it got our staff wondering where Anthony's shot compares to the other memorable Lakers playoff buzzer beater game winners. So I want to run them all back.
Oh, I love when we cue that music.
Love the music. 87 finals, Magic versus the Celtics.
Hook 'em, hook 'em. Woo.
There were 4 Celtics players, and he was like, eh.
Well, Magic is 6'10". Don't let that 6'9" stuff fool you. Magic's 6'10". Look at that.
Shoot, Magic is Magic, man. That's, I mean, wasn't he, like, didn't he play center that time?
Yeah.
That series? Absolutely.
No,
he's the man.
No,
that's the series.
No,
this is his rookie year.
He did his rookie. No, 87 was his rookie year, Vince. We're not that old. We're not that old.
2002 Western Conference Finals, Robert Horry hits the game-winning three to beat the Kings.
My poor guy, Mike Bibby, my Phoenix guy. I fell
dagger.
for him there. I fell for him.
Robert Horry,
look at
this
it.
is
He
how he
walked
made
right
his money.
into it. Yeah, he walked right into that.
Oh, Chris Webber trying. Oh.
We got post-game reaction from this one. Take a listen here. Of course, Jack.
Lucky shot, that's all. You don't need to have a skills or some, in that kind of situation. Just throw it and if it goes in, goes in.
It wasn't no luck shot. I've been doing that for all my career, so he should know. He better read a paper or something.
Oh, the good old days. 2004, this is one of my favorites. D-Fish, fishy rim, fishy rim, fishy rim, 0.4 seconds versus the Spurs. One of the best NBA commercials ever. This got turned
the
into.
fishy rim, fishy rim. We got to bring that commercial back.
Right?
Look at Bruce's face.
But
one
guys,
lucky
the
shot
thing
deserves
is,
another.
Exactly. How many times you think he would make that just trying to make it?
Right.
No. Hey, Robert Horry was on the court for that one.
Yeah, he's on the court for a lot of them.
That's right. Giveth and taketh away. 2006, Kobe versus the Suns. This one never gets old.
No, get to your spot, kids. That's all he was trying to do. He wasn't looking at the rim. He wasn't trying to get back. He was just trying to get to his spot.
He said, I'm going right there, and I'm going to pull up to the fade.
Nothing you could do. Tip your hat.
Now, he practicing that would make it thousands of
my God,
balls.
Tim
That's a different
Thomas,
kind
by
of
the way.
shot.
Yeah, that's why he was just trying to get to his spot.
By the way, they had Jack Nicholson in the virtual sort of screen here earlier this week.
Did.
I was a big fan of that. 2010 Western Conference Finals. He'll always be Ron Artest to me.
Oh, look at that. I love it when you see Kobe like just attacking his teammates right there. Look at that.
And good old Ron. Gotta love him.
So good. Now, see, Lakers fans I think would add the AD shot to that. I think that goes in the pantheon.
Yeah.
We do have to show some love to guys, by the way, the Nikola Jokic, because he hit 2 extremely clutch buckets to give the Nuggets the lead twice in the final minute of the game.
Just big boy AD, just big boy in there. This one was special because if you don't know and you don't really observe his game, he does that. He's trying to tip that ball in and trying to make that shot. His touch is the best I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. And RJ, to add to that, I mean, that's what I would like him to do, is see him do the rest of this series. Is just, hey, use your weight, throw your weight around, demand a double team to create shots for yourself and other people. So, yeah, I mean, he was clutch.
Look at those numbers. They scored the last 22 points of the game. People say big men don't have a place in this league. They just got to adjust it.
Well, that's what's so fascinating, right? Because we've been having this conversation. Right. Well, Vince, that was what I was about to ask you. We've been having this conversation about Joel Embiid, right, where he said, I wanted to come down to me at the end of games, especially after Jimmy Butler left. And it just didn't seem like he was able to punch that button and be that guy this season. But Jokic can do that, right, Vince?
Absolutely. I mean, Jokic can play at any level of the floor. You can play him mid-range. Obviously, he can post up and he can shoot the 3. You can put him anywhere, mid-post, pitch post, whatever you choose to call it, and he can make plays for not just himself, but for everyone else. I mean, you know, I like to see it. Give him the ball on that logo and just let him do the turnaround hook jump shot.
And in turn, Anthony Davis, right, Richard, can...
Well, and I think that's the new adjustment. And even when we talk about Joel Embiid, like, he can shoot threes, like, he can play on the elbow. And I think that is more of what you see the hybrid centers now. You got to have that post game. You got to have that ability to dominate because you can do things up close by the rim that no other player can when you have that size. And Anthony Davis, look, this man's shooting step-back threes at 6'11". He's coming off curls. Look at that, for game winners at 6'11". But also you get him down on the block, and that hook shot, the touch around the ability to force a double team, that's, I think, the new version of the big men.
I mean, seeing those guys go at it.
And let me say this real quick, guys, to add to AD. Remember, he played the guard position in high school, so he's very familiar, and he moves around like a guard. So now when he has this growth spurt and he's 6'10", 6'11", he has the advantage because he can still think like a guard and play like a guard to some of these bigs who've always been 5 men throughout their lives.
Right.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my growth spurt.
I was going to say, he grew 6 or 7 inches in 1 year, which I think could still happen to me, Vince. I don't know. It could happen.
No,
you don't know.
It's not happening. It's not.
Just crushed my dreams,
It's
Richard.
over
That's
with.
fine.
It's
Here's
over.
what the Jump recommends for today. It's over. See, when Vince Carter says it's over,
Yeah, it's over.
it's over.
Yeah.
Jump recommends for today, acclaimed sports writer Jeff Pearlman shared some stories from his forthcoming book, 3-Ring Circus, Kobe, Shaq, Phil, and the Crazy Years of the Lakers Dynasty with ESPN.com. I got the book right here because I'm fancy and I got an advance copy. It's available everywhere starting today. But I do want to share a really great portion with you guys. I'm going to do a little storytelling here.
Oh, okay.
A little
Here we
story
go.
time, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this was talking about the beginning of the Kobe Shaq era. It says the assembled talent before Del Harris was breathtaking. Harris asked each man to stand and introduce himself. Shaquille O'Neal, Jolly and Giggly. He stood first. He nodded. He said, "What's up? I'm Shaq. Let's do this." One by one, the other men followed. "Hey, I'm Derek Fisher, rookie, Little Arkansas, ready to get to work." Next. "Nick Van Exel, 4th year here." Next. "Eddie Jones, I'm from Florida, went to Temple." Next. "Yo, I'm Kobe, Kobe Bryant. I'm from Pennsylvania, went to Lower Merion High School, dominated everything. I just wanted y'all to know, nobody's gonna punk me. I'm not gonna let anyone in the NBA punk me, so be warned." Vince, is that the most Kobe thing you have ever heard? And what was it like to play against these teams?
I mean, first of all, just listen to how Kobe thought in a meeting, in an introduction meeting. And I think setting the tone, letting those guys know, hey, this is who I am, and this is how I think, and everybody's going to follow suit. We know. And we know how Shaq was one of the most, if not the most dominant big men to play the game. So it was tough because they both demanded double teams, the attention. And then to add a Derek Fisher, Robert Ory, Eddie Jones. I mean, it's a laundry list. Brian Shaw, there's a laundry, Rick Fox. There's a laundry list of guys that you can name that they made you pay when you double. You either have to worry about the 3-point shooter, Or you had to worry about the swing to who? Kobe Bryant. Or the swing to the post to Shaq. What do? It was just tough to guard.
What do? You win 3 championships. That's what you do, right?
That's exactly what you do.
I have post-traumatic stress from these guys. My rookie year, I'm going against these guys. Staples had just opened. It was a beautiful, brand new arena, and you're trying to go against the Lakers, and there wasn't much that you can do because I could do this. Oh, don't tell anybody. Hey, but this is what it is. When you got to play against Kobe and Shaq, like they were like our heroes, and they were superheroes. And when you got on the court, they played like superheroes. The first year, my rookie year, we were just happy to be there and playing against the purple and gold.
Well, look, the idea that Kobe would
RJ,
introduce
you're old,
himself.
Bro.
Well, yeah. When Vince Carter says you're old, then really,
you're
Richard,
old.
it's over for you.
You've been playing since Staples been open? Yeah, you're old.
2000s. I didn't play. So one of us played in the 90s. Let's just gonna say that. One of us gonna play in the 90s, and it wasn't me.
Well, 2 of us on set has been around in the NBA since the 90s.
That's
Do the
true.
math.
That's me.
Okay.
Vince and I were talking before the show about a story we worked on together during his rookie year. So,
Yeah.
what can I tell you? Kobe introduced himself to you, Vince. How do you remember meeting Kobe Bryant?
Well, I met Kobe in high school, and he came onto our AAU team, and he walked in, and he really didn't say much, and he came off the bench originally, and as our sixth man to our team. So that tells you our team was pretty good. And then you add a 16, 17-year-old Kobe Bryant, and he comes in as our point guard, shooting at half court, jump shots, shoots an air ball the first time. The second time he comes down, he shoots at half court, he makes it. What statement do you need to make after that?
Yep. But he did not walk into your team and say, no one's going to punk me. So I guess that's just reserved for the Lakers.
No, he's like, I'm show y'all who I am.
I'll show you. Exactly. He did it with that shot. Thank you so much. Coming up, Richard and Vince are going to explain how the Celtics hacked the Heat zone in Game 3. Stick around for that. We'll be right back.
The Jump is presented